The big question everybody's been asking as of recently, since Nick Aldis can't seem to figure out who attacked Jade, is who attacked Jade. Now, we all know in the midst of Jade being attacked that the Women's United States Championship tournament was going on. We were heading into Survivor Series War Games, and Jade was supposed to be a part of the Jade, Rhea, Naomi team, and then eventually Bailey stepped in and stepped up to join the team. EO as well was on that team. Also, we had Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson on the heels of Bianca and Jade because they wanted a rematch for the women's tag team championships. So at this point, it's just like, who attacked Jade? We're trying to figure it out. Nick Aldis ain't no help because it's just like, we're trying to figure this out and you figuring out everything else but that. Okay, you found out who attacked the Street Profits before you found out who attacked Jade. And we all knew who attacked the Street Profits. Let's be for real. So as we're going through this, everybody's like, oh, this person attacked her or that person attacked her. And it's just like, so we have obvious people who could have attacked her, which are Lash and Jakara. But no, nobody wanted to believe it was them. Even though Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson were on like the heels of Bianca and Jade as it pertained to the women's tag team championships, everybody's like, oh, it was one of the big three who attacked, Jade. Obviously, you know, it was Bianca. No, it was Naomi. No, it was Jade herself. And it's like, first of all, it makes no sense for Jade to attack herself. And this all came after Eddie Thorpe attacked himself to, get a championship opportunity. But it made no sense because it's like she was already a champion and she had a championship opportunity when it came to the tournament. And she was about to make her debut in more games. Like, that made no sense for her to attack herself, to take her out of one of the biggest matches of her career outside of WrestleMania, and the opportunity of maybe becoming a singles champion in what, under a year of her being in WWE or debuting in the ring. That made no sense. Then it was, oh, Bianca attacked her, as in Jade. Bianca attacked Jade because Bianca wants to be back in the singles picture. And it's like, do you know that for sure, for certain, that Bianca wants to be back in the singles picture? Or is Bianca given these opportunities and she goes out there and shows out and shows up and shows out every single time? When Jade was attacked and they played that video of her just like laying on the car attacked on the Titantron, Jumbotron, whatever we're calling it at this point, she had to make a decision. Do I stay or do I leave and go check on my partner? And while it was I don't know what to do, she eventually left and went and checked on her partner, which opened it up for Chelsea Green to win that match. Boom. So we take her out of this whole situation because most of this is the IWC wanting to see a match that is just like, it wouldn't make any sense. They're tag team partners. Every time we see them on screen, they're having a good time, no conflict, no nothing. And when we see them on social media having a good time, no conflict, no nothing. The videos from the house shows that Jade was doing from the overseas tours and everything, they were having a great time. They were working together, communicating well as a tag team. So it made no sense. But all everyone was saying was because she's saying, I never needed you all at all. But that is in her entrance music. I never needed you at all is one of those lines in her entrance song. And she sometimes, when she comes out there and she does her entrance, she might be dancing to her song, but she also might be singing it too. Most of this whole Bianca attack Jade is coming from the IWC, and we all know where it's coming from when it pertains to the IWC. It's down there to that app that I no longer subscribe to because it is hell. It is the pits over there, and they like to start rumors about people without any like real information. I'm just gonna say this now: touch grass. And then it was like, oh, Naomi attacked her. And y'all went straight for Naomi after Jade was attacked. It was like, Naomi did it. We know she did it. We know she attacked her. And it's just like, Naomi was like, I didn't attack her. Why would I do that to my sis? And it was like, why would she do that? Oh, because she wants to be Bianca's best friend. And she felt like Jade was taking her spot. And it's like, no, Naomi and Bianca were friends before Naomi left the company and eventually ended up in TNA. Naomi came back. Everybody's glad to see her. Hey friend, cool. If they weren't friends, if people weren't cool with each other, they wouldn't have teamed up at WrestleMania and they wouldn't have named themselves the Big Three and continued on defending each other as time went on. That wouldn't have happened. Oh, well, Naomi wanted to be a tag team champion because she never lost it when she left the company. We know she never lost her tag team championship when she left the company. It was a decision she made at that time for herself. But it wasn't a situation of, well, I'm going to take Jade out so I can be a tag team champion. Since Naomi has been back, it's been about singles gold. She's been chasing singles gold at every turn. Well, now she's tag team champions with Bianca. Now she's but wouldn't you, if your one of your good friends, one of your good sisters was taken out by somebody and y'all don't know who, when you try to step up to at least help keep, tag team championship gold on them? Or, if it's a project at work, keep that together. If somebody's out sick or somebody's been attacked because you don't want one to fail or both to fail just because somebody decided to do something to cause issues, to cause harm to someone, when you try to step up to help, that's exactly what she did. She stepped up to help. And when Bianca tried to hand her the tag team championship before their first title defense as a tag team, she said, "No, I don't want it. I want to earn it because that's what Jade did. That's what I've always done in my career. And I've never had anything handed to me. I'm going to earn it," which she did. Talking about Naomi attacked her. Child, please. Y'all always want the girls to be fighting for no reason, especially when they're good girlfriends. Y'all always want the girls to be fighting for no reason. Something that lent to the people thinking that Jade was attacked by either Bianca or Naomi was Jade posting that this picture. Y'all see it where, she's looking out to the distance and she got like, the blood, a little bruise around the eye, and the hair's all tousled. They felt like, oh, she's, putting that out there to say that they did it after they won because that's when it was posted. And it was just like, or maybe she was trying to hint at maybe Candace or Nia attacked her, seeing as that's who they were going up against in this tag team championship opportunity. Or maybe it was Tiffany who attacked her because Tiffany came out there trying to help and didn't even actually help. She actually caused the distraction that allowed Bianca and Naomi to pick up the win. Maybe Jade was hinting that it was one of those three. Who knows? Now, as time goes on, also Jade posts another picture, and it's her, covered in blood. She's outside a chain link fence, got a little barbed wire, got a little wet ground, got a little leaf around her. And I was like, this is really artistic. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure what you're trying to tell me. I'm going to have to look this up, but it's very much giving Carrie. Maybe you went to prom with Carrie and you decided I'm going to save her so she won't have to go through this trauma and pushed her out the way. And you two got doused with the pig's blood. But I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure that it's just like I bled out for everything and everybody and everyone turned their back on me, or vengeance is mine and I'm coming back for the people who did this to me. I don't know, but she posted that. So obviously, as time is going on and I'm thinking and I'm having like, okay, idea, what's going on? My thought process was either Charlotte or Trish and Lita attack Jade. My thought was Trish and Lita attack Jade because they want to be women's tag team champions. And this was around the time, they had posted that new photo of them from the old photo shoot they did back in the day and possibly talking about a return. But then I was like, no, that don't make no sense because if they were going to go after anybody, it would be Becky Lynch or it would be the girls down the Raw like Zoe Stark or something like that. But Becky isn't there right now and Zoe's in PFC. That would make no sense to me. But you know what does make sense? Charlotte. Especially because I feel like whenever Charlotte comes back, she works best as a heel. And then this leads me into like, oh yeah, I remember. Charlotte and Jade had a run in Nick Aldis's office. So Triple H introduces them. But before that, Charlotte was in there talking to Nick Aldis about something. Triple H is all, happy and everything. And he brings Jade into the office and he was like, Charlotte, this is Jade Cargill. And Charlotte says, I know who she is. Just like that. I know who she is. And Jade was like, my pleasure. And Charlotte looked at her and said, it will be. And looked her up and down and walked up out the office. And I was like, oh, so I believe in my mind, in my heart, and where we're going with this is that before Charlotte got hurt, and she's been rehabbing and doing everything she needs to do. I believe she had surgery and then she's been rehabbing. I think at this point in time she's getting back into ring shape. I was like, in my mind, this is possibly where we were supposed to be going months ago before she got hurt. Jade versus Charlotte, because that is one of those dream matches that people have been thinking up. And I was like, okay, now that I look back on this, I'm believing Charlotte attacked her, and it's possibly because she feels some type of way about, Jade coming in and being like someone who's being really talked about, even during, her time of being there or things that are going on with her. She's being really talked about. Um, it sounds like maybe Charlotte did this and maybe she feels a way about the whole big three and then Jade getting her WrestleMania moment only maybe possibly like in less than a year of her being in the company. Maybe it's something like that. Well, I was kind of proven like it was either Lash or Jakara or Charlotte. Well, y'all kind of proved me right on some points, and I think we might be seeing them team up. There was a picture posted just recently. It was Lash and Jakara, and they were in a picture with Charlotte, and they all standing there like bad bitch biker gang they supposed to be or whatever, and they look cute and everything. And I was like, this is suspicious. It's very suspicious because it's like we ain't never seen y'all hung out before. Jakara and Lash just got the opportunity to be number one contenders for the women's tag team champions, and then this picture drops, and it's like, so either Lash and Jakara on their own attack Jade, or Lash and Jakara and Charlotte are teamed up together. They've been dropping little hints here and there, and Charlotte was like, okay, in order for y'all to become tag team champions without, having to do all the things and having to go through the rest of the girls, maybe y'all attack Jade, take her out, which takes her out of Survivor Series War Games. It takes her out of the Women's United States um, championship opportunity tournament, which means, no singles championship for her. Also, it's going to take her out of being a tag team partner to Bianca, which then will cause Bianca to be stripped of those tag team championships. But nobody ever thought Naomi would like step up and be like, I'll step in and help. And then maybe I'll have a clear shot towards that. That is what I'm thinking. So at this point in time, I'm like, okay, but nobody wants to believe like Dave's like, oh, it's just a picture. They're just taking a picture. It's like, y'all think they just taking a picture. And then the tweet happens. And Charlotte, y'all see this tweet, right? Charlotte says, something along the lines of most little girls when they grow up, they want to be princesses. When I grew up, I wanted to be in a bad bitch gang. And they linked up like bad bitches do. And it's just like, so are we gonna have a bad bitch off? Is it, my three against your three, your crew against my crew? When we walk up in the club, everything parts like the Red Sea, y'all on one side, us on the other, and we gonna have a dance battle. They're not gonna have a dance battle. They're gonna have a series of matches. But I think that's what's happening. I think either all three attacked Jade or Lash and Jakara attacked Jade. And now we're going to see, the returns of Jade and Charlotte. And it's possibly going to be surrounding this women's tag team match with Bianca and Naomi versus Lash and Jakara. I think that's what's gonna happen. But I've always said that Jade was attacked by Charlotte. That's what I've been going through with my mind. I was like, it couldn't have been Naomi, it couldn't have been Bianca. I mean, the other girls who were in the War Games, possibly them. But since it was like, oh, we don't know who attacked her, we can't prove it, and we can knock out Piper Niven and Chelsea and all these people. I'm thinking those three attacked, and then it's going to be the big three versus, I'm not sure what name they're going to give them. I think it's going to be Bianca, Jade, Naomi versus Charlotte, Lash, and Jakara. That's what I think. I believe Charlotte attacked her. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Well, Charlotte and Lash and Jakara attacked her.